information for you from Colonel Tobin. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some help.
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda. Spying on her, always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero. The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more. You are right, but there is something more at work here. The attacks on Qatar, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong, but I cannot pinpoint what. It's like their connections have become sickened, damaged. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand, and then just slips away.
Yeah, what do you want? The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead. Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on. I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now was there something else you needed?
Something up? All right, what did you want to know? What do you want now? To give me a hand? I told you, I don't need any help. Especially from you.
Atton, I feel that perhaps there has been some miscommunication between us concerning the exile.
No, I understand you just fine. Look, I know what's going on in your wannabe Jedi mind. Thought you Jedi or ex-Jedi or whatever you are were supposed to be above all that.
Atton, perhaps I should explain. I see relationships with others in a different light. Not as possessive or carnal. Relationships are... well, there's something shared between two people and give both strength, whether through struggle or whether through affection. I admire her. Perhaps even feel for her. It is difficult to be around her and not have such feelings.
Well, yeah. Okay.
She walks a far more difficult path than the rest of us. I care what happens to her, and if I can help her, I will. Perhaps if there is anything we can agree on, it is that we will be there for her when no one else is. And perhaps save her so that she may continue down the road that she must walk.
Having you here has an effect on me, General. I never noticed it years ago. I think my mind was too occupied then. Yes, it is the feeling of hatred, of anger. I feel the anger boiling to the surface, as I once felt towards the Mandalorians, but now it is towards myself alone. I cannot let go of it. It is too raw, too consuming. The last years of my life have been defined by it. The Mandalorians, Zerka, and Revan. And above all else, myself, for what I did at Malachor. Anger is the only constant in my life. Perhaps it is the truth. Drawing from it, I was able to crush the Mandalorians. Once, I built shields to defend planets from their attackers. The Mandalorians crushed them. When I built weapons to destroy them, the Mandalorians were destroyed. Yes, teach me the ways of the Force, General. Together, our enemies will fall. What's going on? Yeah?
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. She sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, she fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimas Yun, and Yusunis of Achani. No, you're correct. The pattern ends with Malak. At that point, worlds die indiscriminately. Or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time. I'm not sure that she intended to conquer. I think she was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat. I do not know. And that concerns me.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see. Hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines, there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath her, how she made them hers? But to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No, Revan met no Sith Empire, yet she learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how she did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one, but we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes. Yes, have you come with questions? That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength, and through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished? Indeed. And what is that? Yes. Now the question is why? Ah, you are a perceptive one indeed. In this instance, you are correct. All that strength, that anger, yet it is held in check, restrained by his beliefs, his doubt. Everyone is made up of events in their past, and it forms walls around one's spirit, or breaks such walls down. The mind makes some powerless, and gives strength to others. In a manner of speaking, yes. But it is more complicated than that. Everyone is made up of events in their past. It makes some powerless and gives strength to others. It is because he is not ready to give up his ties yet. It is much like Jedi who will not give up their code. It is to surrender yourself, to make yourself a slave to a teaching or belief that makes it so that belief will always rule you. I ask nothing, but since you beg a question, I will ask it. Are you prepared to give up all that is a Jedi entirely? Until then, you will always be weak. No, the Jedi lie with you still. You have no choice in the matter. But your willingness to break those ties is a lesson in strength. To believe in an ideal is to be willing to betray it. It is something no Sith or Jedi has ever truly learned. That is the lesson of strength. Yet that is not the only lesson that the beast can teach us. Not only does one's will control one's strength, but one's will can control and draw upon the strength of others. Surely you have felt the beast's presence on board this ship, stalking, restless. It is a more primal connection you feel, and the hunger you feel does not stem from Han-Ha. It is something you may draw upon, his very life, if need be. He does not realize how deeply his life debt runs, but he will. When you suffer, call upon that hunger, and the beast shall be that upon which your will may draw strength. Reach out, feel his presence within the ship, clawing at you, pacing. Feel the rumbling of the hull, the metal around you like a cage, and the building anger, the blood that rises behind the eyes, a bloodlust that cannot be sated. If you accept it, you will find your strength increase and your vitality return to you faster with every breath. Good. You know it now. The predator-prey relationship, the strong feeding on the weak. It will serve you. Because his life is not his own, he walks but he is dead. And there is a use for one such as he, along with all of his kind. Yes. Have you come with questions? That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber. Very well. What is it that drives you? Very well. Sit with me. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the Room of 1,000 Fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out, feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal, and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death. And
if I up the Dubana gas levels in the carbine, that would be enough to punch a hole even in triple Durasteel. And we'll need weapons like that if the Republic discovers the camp on Duxon.
How could the Jedi leave the Republic? Was it because of the Civil War? Is it possible that they...
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9-10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8-11. Switch. Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
as my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear.
The totals are 9-10.
For in fear
Switch the face of the +2
lies
command
death.
echoes still, General, the total is 8, and I obey. Switch, as I did at Malachor.
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me? You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile. The droids cannot be read in such a way, nor the beast. He has little thoughts to speak of. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black. Such is the case with primitive minds. It is of no matter. Of course there was. It is because Atten was not playing Berserk, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Something up?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings. Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you. We're not playing for credits. We're playing for something else. Are you gonna play or not? Nope, our clothes are gonna stay on. Do you want a deal or should I? thinking about right now? Fair enough. But that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open, and anyone could walk right in. Nothing. I'm just someone who plays Pazak in his head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in. No, I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not something I can teach you. You've come to the wrong guy. Good. Now you understand. All right, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Because you'll be right here with me, playing Pazak, where they can't reach you.
Yes. Have you come with questions? That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished? Yes. Have you come with questions? That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber. Yes. Yes. Have you come with questions? Very well. If you travel with us, Blinded One, then you shall work for your passage on this vessel. Your lightsaber, give it to me.
I shall die before it passes from my hands.
Your lightsaber, give it to me.
The crystal I took from the condensed mist sunk it.
It is adequate. You are young. Your energy for such things surpasses mine. And your skill is enough that you may teach her the basics of the weapon. There is much she has forgotten.
There's only so much I can teach her.
That fact did not escape me. Now, try to kill her with the single blade. Use no other force technique, no items, merely the blade. Grab your blade. You will fight until you have defeated her. Defeated her. Now do it with 2 weapons, one in each hand. Again, no items, no force powers. Let us see what you can do when your hands and mind are divided. No force techniques other than weapon skill. Let it flow through you. Let the force fill the cracks in your spirit.
A weakness is revealed. A weakness is revealed.
Grab your weapons. You will fight until you have defeated her.
A weakness is revealed.
Now, divest yourself of your weapons. You, blinded one, you will keep yours. Let us see what you can do when you have no weapons left to you. Now, attack her.
A weakness is revealed.
You have fallen. Grab your blade. You will fight until you have defeated her.
A weakness is revealed.
It is enough. There is nothing more for me to teach you. You know as much of battle as I. Yes. Have you come with questions? Ask, and I will answer. Yes. Very well. I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed. There are places in the galaxy, strong in the Force, light, dark. They are born in places teeming with life, and in places that are filled with death. Worlds whose surfaces are graveyards, whose screams echo through the Force. It is possible for war, for men to give birth to such places, to leave wounds on the galaxy itself. What you heard was the echo of the past, and it travels still. The answer will come to you in time. It must, when there is nothing more that you may learn from me, when the ruins of your past have been cleared away and I am no more, then you shall know what it is. And if you do not, then the galaxy shall die, and all my hopes for you will have been for nothing. Ask, and I will answer. Yes. Have you come with questions? Very well. When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe. Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this: do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest strength? And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness? Then my task before you is this: take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force. As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, all your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know. Yes? Very well. Ask.
Yes, General? Don't worry, I'm a quick learner. Thank you, General. That might prove useful in the future. Yes, General? Don't worry, I'm a quick learner. Thank you, General. That might prove useful in the future. Yes, General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General?
My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you. My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours.
Yes? Is something wrong? At times, I meditate, simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Of course, it would be my pleasure. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Yes? Is something wrong? Very well. What is it you wish to know?
My message then. Colonel Tobin contacted us. He arranged safe passage to Onderon for you, but I don't know if his offer still stands. This morning, General Vatlu met with the Council of Lords and pronounced the Queen guilty of treason. He'll be made regent if Talia and her royal guard are defeated. The military support is evenly divided. Isis has fallen into civil war. The war is part of their plans? Then perhaps his invitation is still valid. There is a great deal of chaos on the streets of Isis, but I can try to contact Colonel Tobin. We can talk to him via satellite on Isis. I'll contact him now.
It is good to see you. We tried to delay the war as long as possible, to give you enough time to receive our message and get here. But the Sith could only be delayed for so long. Still, your arrival is timely. The war goes well, but victory is not yet certain. Much of the city is under our control, but we still need to wrest the Merchant Quarter from Queen Talia's forces. We need you to spearhead the assault on the Merchant Quarter and the attack on the Royal Palace. But we also need you to tend to the Sith Lord's forces. The Sith Lord has been using an ancient tomb on Duxon as their base in the system. That tomb isn't too far from your encampment. You need to assemble a group that can eliminate the Sith at the tomb. We'll coordinate with Kelborn when you're ready to strike. After they're attacked there, the Sith will turn on us. So we'll need you here with us. You'll have to divide your forces. We need your skills on the planet. You should select someone you trust to lead the group to attack the Sith camp. I look forward to working with you in person. The battle rages nearby. Find some sort of transport to the Merchant Quarter. General Vatlu will meet you personally when you arrive.
The Colonel has transmitted the tomb's coordinates, and I've got a strike force of Mandalorians ready to go. We will send the strike force with you to clear a path through the jungle. Who will lead that expedition?
I shall do my best.
You should send 2 others to go with the leader. Who else will accompany the expedition? As you say. And who else? Yes, good choice. Now are you certain of your choices?
Mandalorian warriors will go with you to find the enemy camp. Just let me know when you want to head out. If you need supplies, talk with Kex. After you get into the jungle, you might not have another opportunity to stock up. Let me know if you want to go now. As you wish. Mandalore has arranged for special transportation to get to Isis.